god, did you see his numbers again? Yeah, he's been at the bottom for like a month.
Come on, you scrubs! To arms!
Lex might be a little too far from the mic. Maybe get a little closer.
It's touching my face.
Not another spider!
I was not protected. Oh yeah, doesn't work with fall damage.
I was standing in the pool because I thought we had the silken.
Ooh, fell asleep at my desk. And I drowned in the Stormwind Canal.
No, Jim, I don't want to hear about your Chaos Bolt.
What, you want me to dispel? I don't even have that on my action bars.
Stop standing in the fire!
What fire?
Alright, pre-pot. And tricks to the trade. Oh, that was the healer.
What just killed me there? Yep, physical damage. So bad at playing a demon hunter.
Oh my god, we did it.
You're listening to Scrubs vs. the World with your host, Syra.
And welcome into the show, everyone. Tonight we're going to talk about mount collecting and some of the things you might want to do for your end of BFA expansion run. And joining me this evening is Tanner from Those Meddling Azerothians. How you doing tonight?
Pretty good. How you doing, man?
Good. I don't know if I said Azerothians.
Yeah. Either way, it works.
I don't like that. You guys have a pretty fun show, too. I really like listening to it.
Oh, well, thank you. Yeah. Yeah, it's just me and I call him my little brother because, I mean, I've known him 13 years, which is over half my life, so.
Nice. We got to have those ride or die homies, so.
Yep.
Pretty important. Well, cool. So getting started here, how long have you been playing the World of Warcraft?
So it's a funny story that I like telling people. My dad, he was born in like the 60s, and so he grew up playing first edition D&D.
Nice. And
he had all the books and everything, so I grew up reading the first edition D&D books, the Dragonlance series, watching him play Baldur's Gate. And then we played RuneScape for a while. I was like in the end of elementary school. Mm-hmm. And then he got really bored of it because he had done everything on RuneScape. So we saw the commercials for Burning Crusade. And I was like, hey, that'd be a fun game. Yeah, it's a subscription, but I mean, it looks fun. So I come home from school a week later, and there he is playing his Night Elf Hunter. And I'm like, really? So the end of 2006, about 6 months before Burning Crusade, he would play during the day, and then I would play most of the afternoon into the night.
Nice.
Yeah.
You had to share the computer.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we shared the computer and shared an account at the time.
Yeah. Got to do what you got to do in the early days, man.
Yeah, definitely. And I mean, I was only 11 at the time, so.
Oh, yeah. Now, my wife and I did that too when we first started. Actually, I still have her tune, but I stole it from her because she kind of retired. I mean, when we have kids and stuff, it's kind of hard to keep going. But I took her tune, I race changed her to Wergen, and I renamed it Siren because her name was Rinny. That was her tune name. And so I kind of joined the two together.
Nice.
I thought it was cool. I thought I was being cute. I was wrong.
Yeah, my wife actually played with me for a while, still does every now and then. Because when we were in high school, we only got to see each other, like, if it wasn't at school, like maybe once or twice a month.
Oh, wow.
So we would spend most of our nights playing WoW together and, showing her around, showing her how to do things and stuff. So, yeah, I get that.
That's pretty awesome, man. Like, that's, it's kind of fun hearing those stories because this game provides a lot of opportunity for that kind of bonding, even though you're not in the same room.
Yeah.
You're still together doing something fun. That's pretty fun.
Yeah, and it definitely helped. Yeah.
So what is your favorite race, class, spec?
So I have to go with Dwarf and Turin, and then, of course, Shaman.
Oh, yeah. That's the logical choice.
Yeah, right. Wildhammer, Dwarf coming in Shadowlands. Let's go. Definitely Enhancement Shaman. That's always been my favorite. Something about shooting lightning, but I can still smack you in the face with some hammers. That's the best part.
Good stuff.
Yeah, and then Dwarf and Shaman, just because of their heritage, almost like what they were based on in the real world. I'm part Native American, and then I'm part like Northern European, so that's sort of my heritage as well, and I kind of like that.
Yeah, just kind of brings it all together.
Yeah.
Pretty cool. So, are you Horde or Alliance?
So I play both.
Mm-hmm.
But I started out as Horde. I connect with the Horde. I will always be Horde.
Yeah, back in the day, I was a lot more, I guess violent's a good way to put it, between the two.
Yeah.
I'm an Alliance guy, but now as I get older, like playing, and I think how they set the game up too, like you have to play the Horde side
Yeah,
to
definitely.
fully grasp what's happening in Battle for Azeroth. And honestly, I think that's awesome because it gives you the full picture, and then you get to see both sides. And what I think my favorite thing about the Horde is that it's not just a like you guys are bad and like full stop. There's so much nuance to that side.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, so it's pretty fun to see that, and you're like, oh man, they're dealing with all the same things we are, just a little dirtier.
Yeah, and I think that's what I liked about them. I mean, the Horde almost seemed, when I was growing up, they almost seemed more human in the how they acted, you know?
Right.
Yeah. So
Well,
yeah,
I mean,
definitely
you're trying to survive. You know, you're trying to build that niche out in the world and get your foothold and just live.
Yeah.
You know,
And it's probably because I was young and growing up that's why that sort of connected with me.
Right. I totally get that. And for me, like I enjoy kind of it's interesting because you get the juxtaposition between the two civilization styles. So like with the Horde side, you get more of that tight knit tribal feel, whereas on the Alliance side, you have more of the bureaucratic kind of what we have now, scheme or setup, or whatever you want to call it.
Yeah. Yeah.
So that's pretty interesting.
Yeah.
So here's an interesting question. Kind of a shout out to our friends Demeternoth and Bricko.
Oh,
but
yeah.
if you could design a third faction, what would that look like?
So I think I've heard this before, either on your show or possibly merely a setback. But basically like sort of the war mode on or off situation where if your war mode is off, you can play with Alliance characters and Horde and back and forth. But if you turn it on, then you can't. You're just gonna, you just can't. You gotta fight each other.
Yeah, I think that'd be fun. And I think now, like, I think we're at a point in the story where we can do that. Because I remember after Sylvanas did her thing in well, no spoilers, I guess.
Yeah,
everyone knows Sourfang got torpedoed. But after she vaporized Sourfang, like at that point, I was like, yeah, let's go into Orgrimmar and let's have a drink and some pig legs or something. And then I actually tried to run in, and then I got killed.
Yeah, I would have loved that.
It's like, oh,
we could have had at least like a week or so where Horde and Alliance could just be peaceful in Orgrimmar and hang out.
Right. Or they can come over and party in Stormwind or something. Like something to kind of galvanize us in whatever event comes to shoot us into the Shadowlands. That would have been really cool.
Yeah, signify the whole treaty being made and all that. Like, I know people keep talking about the expansion after Shadowlands possibly, and like, could we do something with that, having like a neutral faction or something? But everyone keeps saying it's going to be a light versus void, expansion. Right. And I'm like, well, if it's light versus void, then I want it to be where two orcs are there. One chooses light, one chooses void. Now they're against each other.
That'd be cool. That would be way cool.
Yeah.
I think the only way that works, though, is if they build it in a way to where like one isn't statistically better than the other.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, min-max is just part of the culture now. So,
yeah. Well, and I feel
about
like
what the covenants do. Oh, go ahead.
I feel like if they do that expansion, that what it's going to come down to is no one wins because there has to be a balance between light and void.
Right.
In the universe. You can't have one ruling over the other because the universe is just going to implode, basically.
Yeah, no, it's going to be interesting to see what happens post Shadowlands. Hell, I'm excited to see what happens in Shadowlands.
Right?
I haven't read the book. I
Oh, dude,
haven't. I hear it's so good, and then
it
I
is.
haven't like read any spoilers. I haven't looked at any gameplay. Like Frasley's been streaming it. Sorry, Fraz, I've been avoiding you, buddy, on your streams, but
Yeah, I want to experience it myself. I mean, even if I can get beta access right now, I'd get on just to make some characters and try out the classes.
right. If I can go in unfazed, then I'm gonna really enjoy. I'm hoping enjoy that experience. So
Yeah.
we'll see what happens here. So, what are some of the things you are doing to prepare for the Shadowlands?
Right now, I'm sort of just leveling characters and mount farming. I mean, I'm not trying to be high tier rating or Mythic Plus. I've never even done Mythic Plus yet, so
Oh, well, it's pretty fun.
yeah.
I mean, start low, obviously.
I think I've done a Mythic 0, and that's it.
Oh, okay. Yeah, if you go in and you try to come in hot with like a plus 10 and you haven't done it yet, it's a little hairy.
Yeah. My Dwarf Shaman's at like 450 item level now, so I mean, I can start doing some stuff, but I haven't gotten into it yet.
Yeah. Now, the key is finding a decent group.
Yeah.
You can do that, then it's a lot of fun.
Well, I'm with Catalina Wine Mixer, so
Nice.
we're working
That's a
on
good
it.
group.
Yeah.
So you get to roll with like Gin and Fear and
Yeah, Gen and Fear, Shoe Boots, Warcraft stats.
oh wow. Like a fun time there.
Yeah. Their raid videos are so funny.
All right, so you're just leveling, you're mount farming. Any last goals you want to try to hit before the Shadowlands launches?
Right now, it's just the AOTC mount.
Okay.
I still need that. And then the horrific visions. I've gotten to where I can kill all 5 bosses, no mask. But I have yet to do a mask run. And I want to get that mount from doing the 5 mask runs on both Ogremari and Stormwind.
Oh, there you go.
So those are my main goals right now, but I kind of just want to get everything done.
I know. It's so hard to focus on one thing.
Yeah, and it's really hard too when we don't know when the pre-patch is coming or when the expansion's coming.
Right? Yeah, so you feel like you have to try to do it all right now.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm trying to I hopefully tonight I'll hit my million gold goal I set for myself. We'll see, and tonight being July 31st, 2020. I've never had a million gold and I've wanted it, and I've basically done it by raw gold farming.
Well, good luck to you on that, because I have not had a million gold ever either. So
Yeah. I mean, if you have the alts, and I think Kraken Latte on YouTube, she did the math. If you do the Warlords of Draenor, LFR, the Blackrock Foundry on all 3 difficulties, and Hellfire Citadel on all 3 difficulties, you'll get like close to 30,000 gold just by doing that, like on one tune. Now it takes forever, and it's painful running the same raid multiple times.
yeah,
Because both of those raids, like the heater boss, what the hell that's called in Blackrock, you have to get the bombs and blow apart the vent thing, so then the heart of the mountain comes out and you have to kill it. And then you have the opening scene where you have to pull all the trash and kill the dudes, and then in Hellfire to blow up the guns. Those 2 encounters take forever, so if you look to do that, expect to spend about 2 hours doing it, roughly. Because that's how I've been doing it.
yeah. I've ran both of those a decent amount of times because I wanted to get the tier set for my monk from there.
Yeah, that's a really cool set.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and I don't know. I think I've finished Foundry probably within 30 minutes on Mythic.
Yeah. No, it's doable. It's just when you chain them, then it turns into...
I could definitely try farming gold that way, probably. I just never took in the time or initiative to do it.
Yeah, it's painful. But you can get a lot of gold real fast. So, like, what I've been doing is I've been doing those runs, and I've been doing the emissary quest where you get 2,000 gold
Okay.
per whatever, doing the 4 or 3, depending on what rep you're getting it for.
Mm-hmm.
And I have 9 tunes at 120, so that's 18,000 gold for about an hour's time, which is pretty good.
Oh,
so,
yeah, no,
but once I get my, pre-order done, I'll use my 120 boost on a rogue because I keep getting lock boxes and I have no way to unlock them. I don't want to spend any money buying the little lock picks or whatever, so I'm gonna use my boost on the rogue and I'll have 10 and I'll be happy.
Yeah, I should have done something like that. I used my boost on a warrior.
Hey, warrior's badass though. Like,
yeah,
I leveled 1. He's my bank alt, but man, they're so fun. He's a dark iron dwarf.
Oh yeah. Oh,
and he looks so cool. I'm rolling around with 2 hammers and
dark irons are awesome.
Yeah, I like how their beards are singed and glowing. It's really cool. Well, cool. Well, that kind of leads us into our topic this evening. So we want to talk about mount farming, because I know mount farming is one of those things you can do to kind of get some more enjoyment out of the game before the patch comes, and there's a lot of different ways to do it. So with that in mind, like, how do you approach your mount farming?
So I have a couple of alts that I'm able to farm on. So what I normally do is try to focus on a certain expansion each week. And then sometimes I'll change it up, and like 1 week I'll be focusing on Lich King, dungeons and raids and mount farming. And then the next week I'll work on like Cataclysm if I need to. Or sometimes I'll change it up, and one character 1 week will be doing Wrath the Lich King, another character will be working on Cataclysm.
Nice.
Yeah.
It's a good way to do it. Keep it interesting anyway.
Yeah, so you're not running the same dungeon or raid like Ice Crown Citadel 5 times in one day.
Now, that is my favorite raid, but you're right. Like, doing it that many times in one day is brutal.
Yeah.
Well, cool. Are there any add-ons you like to use to help you?
So I do the normal, all the things, which just pops up, everything you can find in that particular zone. And then I do light mount. That's not really a collection add-on, but what it does is you can toggle a hotkey to automatically summon your mounts, and it will choose between land mounts or flying mounts depending on what zone you're in and if you have the ability to fly.
Oh, that's cool.
But then also, if you're like a shaman or a druid, it will automatically change you into your travel forms while you're in combat, or if you're indoors.
Nice.
Yeah. And then you recommended one on your last show, and I actually started using it, saved instances.
Yeah, that thing is awesome.
Yeah, that helps me keep track of everything I've done on my characters.
Yeah, that thing is amazing, because before that, I don't know how I lived. Like, I'd just go through and it's like, am I locked out? So I'd have to log in and I'd find out like, oh crap, I'm already saved to this one.
Yeah, and it's definitely easy, like, to make sure, okay, I did do these this week, so I'm good.
Nice. And do you use any third-party websites or anything like that?
Just the normal. I use Wowhead and Warcraft mounts. Warcraft mounts,
pretty good ones.
Yeah, Warcraft mounts doesn't like update like it should, because you can log in and it'll show you your collection, but it doesn't update very well, because I got a couple mounts that are showing up as I don't have, but I've had them for like 3 months now.
I mean, it's still a good site to check out.
Oh yeah, and you can go on and manually add them to your collection, but that's 600 or so mounts to scroll through.
Yeah, that's a lot. Let's see here. So we got the add-ons, we got the websites. Now, I know some mounts are easier to do with pals. I mean, do you ask your friends to help you, or do you try to go at it by yourself?
So I am mostly a solo player. My co-host on my show rarely plays. He gets a chance every now and then, but he's pretty busy. I mean, he's getting ready to go reserves in the Coast Guard, so a little bit of trouble and everything. And he's moving 2 states away now.
That's
so
that's understandable.
Yeah, so mostly I do everything solo. if I have to, I will try to pug a group, but then you're not guaranteed to get the mount when you're pugging a group. But I did have an experience a couple of days ago with Shoe Boots and 2 other people from Catalina Wine Mixer. We were all trying to get the Bruce mount from Brawlers Guild. And so we all went in there and helped each other get it.
That's cool.
Yeah.
That's really cool. The Bruce mount's really fun. Like that's a big old crocolisk.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And that quest line is so long.
It's worth it though. Like
it is.
You get that feeling of achievement when you're done with it. And
oh yeah, I was running around Stormwind for like an hour afterwards, just running on my mount.
Feels so good.
Yes.
Now I know you mentioned that you do have alts. So in your opinion, how important is it to have a bunch of alts to help you farm dungeons and whatnot?
You don't have to have any if you don't want to, but it helps.
Right.
So yeah, I have 36 alts. Basically, I was able to set it up. I have 18 Horde, 18 Alliance, and 1 of every spec.
Oh, that's cool.
So, and then I have them divided. So, like, for instance, my Shamans and my Paladins.
Mm-hmm.
Since Shamans is a primarily Horde class, I have 2 Horde Shamans, 1 Alliance Shaman. But since Paladin is primarily an Alliance class, I have 2 Paladins on the Alliance and 1 on the Horde. And I was able to divide them evenly between all the classes like that.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah. So most of them...
You have the dream then.
Yeah. Most of them I'm waiting till Shadowlands when leveling is a lot easier. But I do have a couple of 300% experience potions.
Oh, nice.
Saved up that I'm going to start using.
Yeah. No, that'll get you to 120 in no time.
Yeah.
Especially because that experience buff is still live, right?
Yes, it's live until the pre-patch. So we have that along with your heirlooms. The, I think, 15% experience potion from Warfront.
Oh, the Warfronts, yeah.
Yeah, and then I can stack the 300% on top of that.
You like look at things and just get like 3 levels.
Yeah.
It's awesome. Well, cool. So how many mounts do you have currently?
Roughly 356. Now,
a lot of mounts.
Yeah, it's kind of hard to tell because your class mounts and stuff like that don't exactly count, and the achievements go towards the amount of mounts you can use on one character. So when you get the total of your mounts, it shows you both your Horde and Alliance side. And so I just got the 300 mount achievement, and there's a 350 mount achievement, but for some reason I don't have that because they're not all usable on one character.
Because they're spread out.
Yeah.
That makes a lot of sense, because I remember, I think I hit like the 200 mark or something. Like, where's the mount? What the hell? And I think that's why. Whoops. So of those 356 mounts that you can choose from, which one is your favorite?
So this one's one of the rarest mounts, I would say, in the game. It comes from the TCGs.
Oh, nice.
And it is the Swift Spectral Tiger.
Me
and my dad were at Walmart, and we saw the Warcraft cards being sold. And we're like, let's buy a pack, see what they are. So we buy one pack, get home, open it up, and there's this card with a scratch off. And we're like, ooh, what's that? We go type in the code. They give us a mount. We're like, cool. So we're running around Ogremar with that mount, and someone whispers my dad, and he's like, how did you get that like $5,000 mount? And he's like, what? He's like, yeah, go check eBay. So we check eBay, and at that point, they were brand new and selling for like $5,000.
Oh no! So you could have paid some bills off of that.
Yeah, he was like, darn, we could have sold that card and then used that money to buy as many packs as we wanted and still pay off the bills. I'm like, yeah.
Oh man, you guys Willy Wonka'd it.
Yep. But
that's cool though. That's cool because I think, hindsight's always 20/20, right?
Yeah.
We always think like, man, I should have done this. But I mean, you still have that, and that's a funny memory. So
Yeah, definitely.
like hopefully 20, 30 years from now, you can look back on that and laugh at that.
Yeah. We never found any more mounts from those TCGs.
That's so awesome, though. Here's kind of a fun question. What is your favorite mount species / craftable mount type?
That's a tough one. I'd probably have to go with the blacksmith craftable mounts. I think it was the Core Hound recently. And then they had the like reskin of the Sky Golem that blacksmiths and engineers could both make.
Yeah, those are super cool. So you like the buildable ones?
Yeah, I mean, they're definitely cool, and the Core Hounds have always been my favorite since back when we started in Classic.
Yeah, Core Hounds are the best. Yeah, I like riding the Core Hound because I got the one off of, or when they relaunched Molten Core.
Yeah, from the anniversary. Yeah.
Yeah, so I got that. So
today.
Nice. So anytime I play on a gnome character, I try to ride on a Core Hound just because all you see is Core Hound.
I love doing it on the Turin.
Oh yeah, just because it's so big.
Yeah.
It's fun. Yeah, my favorite mount species is dragons. I love dragons.
Oh yeah, that would definitely have to be my second. The dragons are definitely up there.
Yeah, because if I could have any kind of pet in this world, a dragon would be it. Even though I know dragons don't exist. Well, Komodo dragons, but they're not in the dragon sense that I'm thinking of.
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
I'd go with the cloud serpents.
Cloud serpents are cool too.
Yeah,
I like the proto drakes. I think.
Yeah,
that's my favorite one.
Those are definitely back in Wrath. Those were like the best.
Those were the bee's knees, if you will.
Yeah,
good stuff. What would you say would be your favorite mount farm?
Probably Pandaria.
It's just all the mounts in Pandaria.
Yeah, I mean it's a really easy, especially now with the 8.3 mounts you can get on the Mogu Assault days. You could easily fly around. There's 4 world bosses, and then there's 3, I think, from the raids. Or yeah, there's 3 from the raids. Then there's like 5 from the Veil. So I mean, yeah, you could just fly around all day. And then plus you got to think about too the dire horns that the Zandalari War Scouts can drop. So
Dinosaur is another one on my favorites list. I loved it because I got one of those dire horns.
Oh, the Troll Raptors back in the day.
Yeah, Troll Raptors are cool. I mean, I just love ancient lizardy looking creatures. I think it just brings the kid out in me, I guess.
Yeah, definitely.
Good stuff. Well, nice. So I know some of these mounts are a big pain in the butt to get. In your opinion, which mount farms are the easiest to do? So if I was to start tomorrow, let's say, start fresh, I'm gonna go hunt for mounts. Like, where should I start? Do you think?
The easiest ones would probably be your dungeon and raids, and probably the achievements as well. Some of the achievements are really easy to get now, especially with 120. You could probably farm some of the achievements.
Yeah,
and get those mounts really easily.
I know the Ulduar, what is it? The slightly crispy, the one where you have to barbecue the dwarfs on what's her name, the dragon there. That one's still a pain in the butt.
I just did that today. I can't even remember.
Yeah,
it's the big iron-bound proto drake though.
That's
flying around. Yeah,
it's super cool. But that one is fun. Make sure you take your weapons off when you try that achievement. That's the one achievement I found that will kind of give you a hang up in there. And then there's another one in Dragon Soul where I think you need a full team because I can't remember the boss name, but you have to get an electrical charge to hit all the little posts on the outside before you go kill her.
It's the shaman lady.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can't remember her name.
The shaman lady. That's the one you have to go pickpocket her for the rogue legendary weapons.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
I took my son in there and we were trying to do it, and we somehow died. I don't know even. I don't know how.
Yeah.
But we're like, I was like, oh, sorry, bud, we have to come back. But
one of the worst fights ever in that raid is the spine of Deathwing.
Oh, yeah.
You have to know the dance. If you don't know the dance, you're not gonna do it.
Yep. So that's a great point there, because the hardest part is, like, when we did it, we stood right in the middle of the spine and we didn't move. But there's an achievement where I think you have to make Deathwing roll right, left.
Mm-hmm.
So there's little tentacles that pop up, kill, I think 3 of the tentacles, don't kill the other one, like leave one up, but you can jump into those little pock marks where the tentacles spawn out of, and that's how you survive the roll.
Huh, I never tried it that way. I'll have to try that next time.
Yeah, but it's like, it'll say like, Deathwing is going to roll to the left, so make sure you're in that little pock, and then he'll roll, but remember, all the mobs are going to go flying off of him.
Yeah.
So if you're trying to peel up...
if you're trying to kill him, don't do that, yeah.
Yeah. Or you can, pop a plate or 2 off, and then when you get to the last one, then do it. But remember to jump into those little pocks or you're toast. Just a little tip of the day, I guess you could say.
Yeah, I always do the right, left dance.
Now it's a pain. Yeah, because you're sitting there like jumping between.
Mm-hmm. And just strafe.
Good stuff, man. Good stuff. Whoever designed that fight.
Yeah, A+.
I like the imagination. I don't want to like short change it, because the imagination on it is pretty good to come up with that. Like, let's fight on a flying giant dragon.
Yeah.
Cool idea. But in practice, when you're doing it, it's like, Steve didn't move to the left. Now we've rolled and we've wiped for the 12th time in a row.
Yeah, doing that level was not fun.
No. I missed that one, actually, but I came in towards the end of Cataclysm because I took a break, and I think I caught it on LFR, and that was...
Yeah, that's when I did it. That was not... LFR runs of that was not the best.
No, that's like N'Zoth now on LFR. You can't communicate, like, it's curtains.
I still haven't defeated N'Zoth even on LFR.
I think LFR is like... That version is harder than actual N'Zoth.
Well, yeah, because people just don't communicate. They just instantly get angry.
Yep. You just start bashing, screaming at each other. Then they quit.
Yeah.
Man. Well, hopefully you get that, because that was a fun win.
Yeah. I hope probably in the next couple of weeks I might try to hop in on the heroic N'Zoth kill with Catalina Wine Mixer.
Oh, there you go. All right, cool. Yeah, so dungeons... raids, pretty straightforward farms. Now, do you have Invincible?
No.
And how long have you been farming that?
On a relatively normal basis, I would say probably the last 3 years.
Yeah. But, damn mount.
Yeah, but I've been trying since probably Pandaria when I was able to start soloing it.
Yeah.
So
I don't have it yet either. Now, granted, I haven't been fully investing my time, but on occasion I'm going to go try it.
I run it at least twice a week.
I need to up my count. I'm up to like once every other week or so.
Yeah. I'm also working on Shadowmourne on my Paladin though, so that kind of helps.
Oh, there you go. That's a good way to do it too. Well, cool. So in your opinion, what are the hardest mounts to farm?
Definitely the rare spawns. The rare spawns are a pain. Time Lost Proto Drake is the bane of my existence. Back in Wrath of the Lich King, me and my dad would take turns sitting at the computer screen watching all day during the summer.
Oh, that's brutal, man. That is so brutal.
Yeah. Like, we would not do anything except sit there with the screen, watching for it to spawn, while watching, like, Jerry Springer or Maury or something. I mean, there was just nothing else to do.
That's so brutal.
Yeah, rare spawns are the bane of my existence, especially the ones now that spawn every like 30 minutes but have like a 1% drop chance.
Isn't there one in Oh God, what's that cataclysm one that's underground, like in the
Deep home?
this really a deep home? I saw it once back in Cataclysm. Like, oh cool, there's a dragon, and then I saw like 6 people converge on it.
Yep.
And I haven't never seen it since.
I'm not sure, but I think I ended up getting that one.
Did you?
Because of the exact same thing you're saying. I was one of the people that flew in and killed it. But I think I have that one. But all the other, like, stone drakes from Cataclysm, I don't have any of them except for that one, I think.
Yeah, the stone core drake still eludes me as well.
Yes. Yep. I saw someone get that on Time Walking a couple weeks ago, and I was angry. Because he was a brand new player, brand new, no heirloom gears, literally level like 88. And I'm just
oh no. Good for them. That's like when my son got the spectral cloud serpent out of Mogoshan. I think I was streaming. Or no, what was I doing? I can't remember what I was doing. I was doing something that required me to have silence. I was probably streaming or recording, one of the two. And I look over and he's doing this like silent happy dance. And I'm like, what happened? And I look like, oh my God, first try, really? But he was so happy that it was cool to see.
Yeah, that was me with the blue proto drake from Utgard Pinnacle the other day.
Oh yeah. Oh, you got him too? I haven't got that one yet either.
Yeah, I was streaming and I passed every single mob and every single boss and went straight to that boss and killed him, and he dropped. And
oh, that's so good.
I was speechless.
That's awesome. Yeah, that feeling of when one finally drops for you is amazing.
Yes.
Like I got the last mount I got, I think I got a flying carpet that's not tailored base. So I can use it on any mount I want out of a chest in Suramar.
Oh, like randomly. The ley line carpet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I was just cruising around. And I was like, oh, there's a chest. I'll grab it. And I picked it up. And I was like, oh, sweet.
That's nice.
That was a cool.
I still need that one too.
Yeah. Well, you can go farm chests. There you go.
Yep. Going back to Suramar.
I know that some mounts are kind of hidden behind a reputation wall. You know, what are some of the tactics you use to try to tackle those? Unlock them.
I just tried to focus on that rep or whatever I need to do to unlock them. Yeah. I think I got exalted on all the 8.0 reps and probably decent time. I mean, it was before the war campaign was finished.
Oh, wow.
So, yeah.
Right before 8.1.
Yeah, I tried as hard as I could to get those done so that I could get those mounts. And I still can't because they cost so much.
Nice. Yeah. That's the gold farming adventure there.
It's like 75k per mount.
It's not a cheap price tag. I still need to get my transmog yak. I haven't got that one yet either.
Yeah, that one.
Like 100
and a decent amount, yeah.
120k, something like that.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna get it, damn it, because now I have gold making abilities.
Well, yeah. Now that you know that, you'll definitely be able to get it.
Right. I just have to mindlessly like watch a show while I'm doing those dungeons.
Yeah.
Nice. So, of your mount collection, what mount has been the most difficult to acquire?
So definitely the blue proto drake that I just got. That was number one for me for the longest time. Then Jin Lao, which is the one from it's from Andi the Loyal, the rare spawn that pops up in the Mogu assaults.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I got him the other day, and I was so psyched because that's like one of the rarest ones from the 8.3. And then definitely the Sandstone Drake was probably the other one that was really difficult to acquire because I did it myself. I didn't buy it. And so
nice.
It took a really long time to farm the mounts and everything. Not mounts, mats.
Yeah. Well, because if you don't have the pattern,
Mm-hmm.
you have to do archaeology to get
Yep.
the canopic jars and hope and pray to RNGesus that it's there.
Yeah. Yeah.
I went for like a solid week trying to farm that thing in Legion, right when they were when you could go in and crate everything up. Oh, was it Warlords? Might have been Warlords, because you can crate everything up and then use those crates to buy certain things to say, I just want it to be manted or Tolvir or whatever
Yeah.
thing. So
Yeah.
I bought all the Tolvir ones to try to get it. And I opened like a couple hundred stupid jars and didn't get it.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm an alchemist too. I could have made some coin off of that.
Yeah, definitely. You should. You could try it now. You could probably make some decent money now off of it.
Yeah. Now, I know some of the gold farming channels. During my gold farming research time, there's one dude who he made like 10 of them, and he's been selling them and just raking money in. It's like, man,
Yeah,
I get on a bigger server.
Yeah, especially right now, all those craftable mounts are making decent money.
Yeah. It's definitely it's stuff like that. Like if you're looking for gold, like it's those catch up things, it's the mounts. It's kind of those things that people want but don't really. Okay, I need to go buy raid mats tonight. I'm going to pass on this thing, but one day I will own that thing.
Yeah, and definitely if you just drop that price down just enough, someone will buy it.
Yep. Either someone will buy it and try to flip it, or you'll find that sweet spot. So
yeah.
So now I know mount farming can be quite the struggle. I don't know, like you said, you've been farming Invincible for 3 years.
Yeah.
You farmed the blue proto-Drake for God knows how long now, because it finally dropped for you.
Yeah, it's been a long time.
Yeah, like what are some of the things you do to try to keep your spirits up when you're mount farming?
Mostly it's just the whole try and switch things up. I feel like if I switch things up and come back to it later, maybe my outlook on it will be a little bit better.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, I try not to get too disappointed because it's RNG.
Right.
I've been playing WoW since I was 11. That's now over half my life that I've been playing WoW. So I feel like this is just a way of life for me, so I just deal with it.
Yeah, it's you're numb to it now.
Yeah. I mean, just think about it, an 11-year-old playing Classic. Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good point. Now, I grew up playing baseball, and for those who play baseball, they know that baseball players are extremely superstitious.
Yes.
So when I was a kid, I had a good luck routine. My routine was to never wash my socks because we wore stirrups. So I just have dirty socks under my stirrups. And we won. Every time I wore dirty socks, we won. So why change what works, right?
Yeah.
Do you have any superstition like that you kind of call back on? Or is it just I've been playing this game forever and this is just how it is?
Not specifically in the game, no. I did grow up playing baseball too, so
Nice.
I feel you there. But
Stupid things.
Yeah. No, not really in the game. In real life, I mean, I have a beanie wherever I go.
Mm-hmm.
I'm wearing one right now, and I'm in my own house, and my headset goes over my beanie. I mean, my wife let me wear a beanie to our wedding.
Wow.
So that just tells you how much a part of my life a beanie has become. So I guess that's sort of my good luck charm, I feel like.
Awesome.
I feel naked without it.
Yeah. The world is off. Things are not normal.
Yep.
And having like fresh socks when you're playing ball was not normal for me. It had to be crispy.
Oh, yeah, no.
It's really gross, but
Oh yeah, no. I hear you there. That was definitely a thing for a lot of kids who played baseball.
Yep. Now I did change my underwear, just for the record. The jockstrap thing, I didn't do that, but
Yeah, no.
I don't know if I have any WoW superstitions though. Oh, my transmog has to be on point. That's my only.
That's a given. If you're any sort of collector, your transmog has to be on point.
Yeah, that's my only
It
WoW
has-
superstition.
It has to look good when you log out and just leave it on your character screen.
That's right. Because if somebody armories you
Yes.
and you look like a hobo, you did not do your job right.
Yeah.
Well, cool. So, I think we covered mount farming pretty well. Are there any mounts that are on your wish list that maybe we didn't hit?
Invincible. G-Kun, Undasta, all of them. Any of them that I don't have, I want them.
Yeah.
Chances of me getting all of them, possibly no, because I don't PvP much. So,
Yeah, that is difficult.
that's why I'm hoping to change that with Shadowlands. Do have one or two characters that are specifically PvP.
Mm-hmm. I got to get into PvP. Like, I got to really try harder.
I have a friend who, back in the day, we met in school through trying to compete in our math test grades.
Mm-hmm.
And through that competition between us, we found out that we both played WoW.
Nice.
So we started talking.
Of course, you had to fight each other.
Well, no, he was Horde with me. So we both sort of hung out, and he was a big PvPer. He did YouTube videos of PvP, doing his arenas and stuff.
Oh, wow.
And so he taught me how. And so we would both go as twink level 19 rogues and just gank people.
That sounds like fun.
Yeah.
I used to hide in the pond with my buddy. He was a warlock, and I was a mage.
Mm-hmm.
So we'd go right by Terran Mill in that pond. He put underwater breathing on me, and we'd wait for people to come fish. And then we'd jump out and kill them real quick and jump back down.
You were one of those people.
I was one of those. The thing from the deeps.
I got killed by so many of those people.
It'd be kind of funny if, like, I killed you at one point. Or, like,
Right.
our paths crossed at some time in the WoW universe. I always think
It's
about
a
that.
possibility.
Yeah. Like,
Yeah.
Who have I run into without realizing? Kind
Yeah.
of a deep thought. Well, cool. So let's kind of touch on some other collectibles. I know there's toys out there too. And, toys, like when you first think about them, you're like, okay, whatever. But toys are actually pretty cool. Because I picked one up the other day. I got it from a quest. It's a Legion skinning knife that lets you skin something like 40 yards away. And it's on like a 3-second cooldown. So you can kill a whole area of Legion mobs and skin them without even having to run over to them.
That's nifty.
That was pretty sweet.
Yeah.
And being a max level toon and you go through old content, maybe you don't want to kill a boss. Maybe you're trying to do an achievement run. Well, you can't just vaporize everything. So you can use the foam sword. And if you bonk them with the foam sword, not only does it make a fun sound, it doesn't kill anything right away. Like, you have to hit it a couple times. So if you need to deal with mechanics or anything like that, stuff like toys can help you out a lot. So I think it's something to look into. I need to do more of as well. Do you try to collect toys?
Yeah, I tried to collect everything I can in any game I play. I'm still trying to beat Assassin's Creed Odyssey because I have to do everything in the game. I have to get platinum in the game.
Yeah.
In order to feel
like you achieved it.
Yes, accomplished.
Yeah.
So, and I'm the same way with WoW. Ever since achievements came out, I've been on it. So yeah, I'll farm anything I can. I mean, I got Lore Master within 2 weeks of achievements being a thing.
Oh, wow. I'm still working on that.
Yeah.
10 years later, I'll get it eventually.
It's really fun to get it. It's especially if you're, read everything and go through everything.
Mm-hmm. Well, there's so much fun things in there.
Yeah.
Or what I mean by in the game.
Yeah.
Like, what are some of your favorite toys?
So one of the newer ones from Dark Moon Fair, the Blightbore concert.
Mm-hmm.
The Blightbore microphone is actually a really fun one. I'm a heavy metal person,
Nice. So much.
so I like the Blightbore microphone and also the guitar, the two-handed mace that drops.
Yeah.
I have that on my Paladin, and I love anytime I'm in a group just clicking that and just letting it go. So that's one of my newer ones, but my favorite ones, like I just used today, I use them all the time, is the Vrykul drinking horn,
Mm-hmm.
and then also Mr. Smite's compass. So the Vrykul drinking horn makes you a very tall person with a Vrykul helmet on, and then Smite's compass just makes you a little bit bigger.
Nice.
And so I like doing that, and then I like getting on like my Corehound mount or something, because I'm like probably 12, 13 feet tall, and I'm just running.
Just a giant.
Yeah, I did that today during a war front, and I had like 5 people just freaking out.
Yeah, those little toys are the best. Especially, I like Mr. Smite's compass grown bigger.
Yeah.
I like using the gammon. That name it turns into
great.
gammon, and then the compass. So you just
Yeah.
you're in a group.
Yeah,
It's annoying
get the
if you're in a group, but
Oh yeah,
ahead, sorry.
definitely. It can be annoying to some people. Get the Vrykul drinking horn though.
Mhm.
That one will make you way bigger.
But check that out. I think I have that one. I just haven't really used it. I like using the little marmot and pretending like I'm kicking field goals.
Any of the puntable items are so fun.
Yeah. Hell, even the football's fun too.
Yeah, that and the Hearthstone card table,
Mm-hmm.
where you can flip the table.
That's good stuff. So, are there any add-ons or anything you use to try to track your toy collections?
I just use all the things.
All the things has that covered for you.
Yeah, it covers all my transmogs, achievements, mounts, pets.
Oh, okay. So it's like a one-stop shop.
Yeah, it tells you anything that can drop in that zone, that dungeon.
Mm-hmm.
If you hover over someone, it tells you what they have for you that you don't already have.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
Check that out too, because I like collecting as well. Like, especially in this stage of the expansion.
Yeah, if you're not working on collecting though, turn it off because it does use up a lot of RAM.
Kills your computer.
Yeah. It slows down your loading screens a lot.
It's like details damage meter.
Yes.
You have that one. Careful.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
It'll get you. So, obviously you collect everything. Let's hit on T-Mog here for a second. You know, what is your favorite transmog armor type to farm?
Probably the plate sets.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know why, but especially like the Paladin plate sets, because some of them have robes.
Mm.
And I've always liked that idea of like almost like the D&D clerics, where they wear like the heavy armor.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, definitely the plate sets.
Yeah, those are the coolest ones too. The mail sets suck, unfortunately.
Yeah, most of them do, and I really hate that because my favorite class is a shaman, but
Yeah.
half of those sets don't look great.
I almost wish they would have like made shaman leather wears. That makes more sense. Like,
Yeah,
do like more of that tribal look.
Yeah, and I think they just forgot to go back and fix that because originally shamans were supposed to be like an off-tank
Right.
type of class. So I think that's why they made them male, and then they just never switched them back.
Never fixed it. Like same with Hunter. Like honestly, the male classes don't make any sense when you think about it.
They really don't.
I think male, it'd be cool if you can have like kind of how it was back in the day where you could mix and match your gear.
Yeah.
So like, you know, you have maybe a plate, breastplate, but then you have like male shoulders or something. I don't know.
Yeah, like a holy paladin would definitely more than likely want cloth armor.
Right. Kind of get that freedom
it would
back.
give them the better stats.
Yeah. I think maybe that's just kind of a holdover from how the game was back in the day.
Yeah.
So, but I mean, I have a couple of set transmogs I use that I really like. I try to get as many skulls as I can. I want to try to look as evil as possible. And I feel like the more dead things I have on my transmog, the better it feels. I don't know.
Yeah, the Warlock Gul'dan set.
Yeah.
That has the spikes with the skulls on them, yeah.
So cool. Like I have I think one of the Hunter tier sets. I can't remember where it's out of, but it looks like a demon skull. Like it's badass. Like if you get a chance to look it up, I think it's out of whatever. I can't remember where it's out of. But it's
I'll hop on the Hunter and scroll through my sets.
Yeah, like check it out because I have that and like the eyeball shoulder pads from Gruul's Lair.
Yeah, if you want a really cool set that I found the other day, it's the male set from Halls of Valor.
Oh yeah,
in Legion. It has like a dinosaur skull coming off with like scrolled runes.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah,
I have to get
and
that
it's
one
like
too.
I want that on a Vulpera because it looks amazing.
Yeah, no, that would be amazing. And it's funny too because I know that Vulperas get a lot of hate, but I think they're fine.
Yeah, I think they're all fine. I mean, there's only two things I don't like in this game right now, and that is, this is gonna be a hot topic. Death Knight Lightforged Drain Eyes.
Yep, that doesn't make any sense.
And Mechanomes.
Yep,
just Mechanomes in general.
I don't understand why they're there either.
Yeah.
But I mean, I do and I don't. I don't know.
The only reason I like my Mechanome is because I have plans that as soon as he gets the heritage armor, he's putting it on and he's never taking it off.
Yeah. Well, the heritage armor is cool. I don't know. I'm not a big gnome guy. Sorry, Frasley. I'm
not either. I only have two.
Yeah. I have a couple gnomes. Like I have a gnome rogue and a gnome monk because I thought that a gnome monk would be hilarious.
You have to have a gnome rogue if you're going to have a gnome.
Yeah. And I mean, that makes sense to me. So like, you know, I like to make my characters and I think about them like in an RP sense, even though I don't RP.
Yeah.
Like, what would make the most sense and most fun for me while I'm playing this? And playing a gnome monk and doing the flying ninja kick in a PvP setting is the best thing you'll ever do.
Yes.
Like if there's a big skirmish and you just come in from the side, it's so funny.
Yeah, that's hilarious to even think about. Yeah, I have a story behind like all 36 of my characters. Like my marksman hunter is a blood elf, and she was part of the ranger. The ranger with them. I of course have a gnome rogue. I have my main on the alliance is a dwarf shaman.
Mm-hmm.
Because Wildhammer, he's an enhancement shaman.
Right.
So, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, that kind of stuff, for me, just adds more depth and more character investment. All right, cool. Well, that leads us to my favorite part of the show. What is your favorite magically scribblicious moment that you have had either all time or recently or both?
So, my magically scribblicious moment is the recent fiasco with the Brawlers Guild when I was doing it with Shoe Boots and the two other guys from Catalina Wine Mixer. There's a part of that where you have to do a rumble, and a rumble is when they send everyone that's queued up to fight into a fight.
No.
But when the person bought the rumble card, that's when it started the queue. And so you either had to queue up before they teleported in or already be queued. Well, when there's only the 3 people who are working on the quest in the thing, it's a lot harder than there being more people and someone's currently in a fight. So it's easy for you to queue up,
right,
and start it, because when there's just the 3 of you, one of us would queue and then someone would grab the card and we would be teleported in before the card would be activated. And I mean, it took us so many tries. I think we probably spent a good 3 or 4 hours
trying to get that to work.
Yeah, from that part until we finished the entire quest chain.
Oh no.
Yeah. But it was definitely a fun moment. I mean, we were all pretty excited once we got it.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Do you have any funny mount stories where maybe you're thinking like, oh my god, I got something, and then you didn't?
Yeah, I don't remember which mount it was because it was actually a while ago, but I got a duplicate mount drop.
Oh, no.
And I got super excited until I went into my bag and it was like already known, and I was like, oh no.
Oh, like, was it soulbound? Could you at least sell it?
Yeah, no, it was soulbound. It was it sucked.
Just to kick you when you're down.
Yeah, and then I think last night I was flying to Zul'Grub to try to go get the Panther, and I was flying from Stormwind, and I was going to leave the computer to do something, so I was going to turn on my auto run, and I accidentally clicked my mount keybind, which accidentally dismounted me, and I fell to my death in Stormwind. And I'm just like, oh, luckily I was on the shaman, so I just did my self-res and kept going.
Well, if Kevin from the Dark Moon Herald's listening to that, I hope he's smiling.
Oh, he definitely will be.
That is something he did quite a bit of, falling to his doom. Beautiful. Well, cool. Any final thoughts, tips, tricks, anything like that you'd like to share?
Yeah, just plan out what you want to do. If you're wanting to focus on specific mounts, then just plan to do those specific mounts. You know, plant your characters where you need to, plan the expansions you want to do, and crafting, plan, you know, farm the mats on multiple characters and then send them to the character you need. Yeah, and just switch it up so you don't get bored. I did, I think, 2 or 3 characters today running through Ulduar and Icecrown Citadel and Mythic Return to Karazhan. So
nice.
I did 3 characters, and at that point I was bored. I went and played Overwatch, but I could definitely take another character and just go do a different expansion, and you know, then it'd be a different experience. Seeing
different things, doing different things.
Yeah. So just try to mix it up so you don't burn yourself out.
No, that's great advice. I think that's the biggest thing when we're playing this game is to make sure that you know, whatever you're trying to do that requires a lot of time, is that you kind of make sure that you're thinking ahead to, like you're saying, planning your tunes. You can save some time there. You know, if you're doing a lot of dungeon runs, maybe switch it up and try to go find some rares or something the next time around.
Yeah.
That way you're not stuck doing the same thing over and over and over and over. Then, you know, like you're saying, getting burned out, and it's just not fun. Then you're losing it.
Yeah, like doing the Mechagon rares, like 3 or 4 characters doing the Mechagon rares over and over and over again. It's It's like some of them are like a 30, 45 minute wait.
And if you're with pals, like, it could be fun because then you're chatting and goofing around. But if you want to play the game, if you're someone that needs action, you know, kind of think of that making your plan. I think that's a good idea.
Yeah.
Well, cool, man. So where can we find you on the interwebs?
So you can find me specifically on Twitter at DarkShaggy06. And then you can also find our podcast on Twitter at AzerothiansPod. And then twitch.tv/AzerothiansPod. And then the podcast that me and my little brother do is basically on any podcast service out there, which is Those Meddling Azerothians.
Nice.
Yeah.
Cool. Well, I really appreciate you joining. It was a lot of fun.
I appreciate you having me, man.
And thanks for listening to the show. You can find the show on Twitter at ScrubsVerse. You can find the website at www.scrubsversetheworld.com.
come on by and check out the upcoming events calendar. Going to be doing some streaming over at twitch.tv/Syra. Also be looking to set up a community event here soon. So keep your eyes peeled on the Twitters and the website for information on that if you'd like to join us. And wherever you are out there, I hope you're staying safe. I hope you're having a great day. And as always, keep getting good.
This show is brought to you by Dragon Powered Studio. Find more at dragonpoweredstudio.com.